And welcome to the first game in this best of two between the Dolphin Squad and the Questionable Five in the Premier Amateur Community League. On Dolphin Squad, we'll have Quaz1, Double Sweat, Pie and Cuba, Vez, and Time Wizard versus Questionable Fives, BDD, 70, Pink Tops, Unundefined, and Dude. Joining me tonight is going to be KL for the analyst position. And we're already here into the draft, so let's get started. How do you feel like the banning phase has gone for each of these teams so far, as well as the Winter Wyvern pick?
It's pretty good. Seems good. I really like the Winter Wyvern pick because it's really coming back into the meta. I hate the hero though.
Yeah, Wyvern's been being played more as a 3 in the offlane primarily now, right? Or is it still played as a 4 just as regularly?
It's it's more like a 4/5 now. Still.
Okay. So as far as the bans, Dolphin Squad, they get rid of their regular heroes. They have a tendency to get rid of the Arc Warden and the PL in the first phase. The Earthshaker, just something I didn't want to play against this game, I suppose. And getting rid of all of the mobile initiators for Questionable Five in their startup here. So it looks like maybe Questionable Five are looking to go for a draft that can do a little bit more split pushing, or doesn't want to fight and back out as much as they want to take the initiations themselves.
Only 10 seconds.
But Dolphin Squad pick up the Venge, which is a very common very common first phase pickup in both of this and the AD2L. So just able to save your team from disaster pretty easily, as well as the Wraith King, who's been super prioritized in the tournament and in pubs as well. Like, he just has a ridiculous win rate in the off lane in that 3 position. How do you think the Venge is going to play out versus the Winter Wyvern?
Wyvern gonna fucking lose completely if he could go Arctic Burn. If he go Arctic Burn level 1, the lane is lost. But if he get a Splinter Blast, maybe they can win.
Maybe Q5 or maybe Dolphin Squad?
Q5. Yeah.
Alright, so is it just because the Venge can walk you down so easily, or?
It's just, like, the matchup, it's just bad for Winter. If Venge go 1-3-1, then there's no way he can do as much damage as Ven, like, in such a short span. He can just spam that Wave of Terror.
Alright, so it is a Tusk out of Questionable 5 as well. Yeah, the Wave of Terror definitely is going to be big in the lane for Dolphin Squad. Like, it's so ridiculous how much damage it is now. What is it? Like, at level 4, it's the same as a Crypt Swarm?
So good.
But the Tusk pickup, looks like Q5 are going for a lot of sustain in their team fights, with the save potential from both Wyvern and Tusk in the Snowball and the Cold Embrace. So a lot of outplay potential there, at least. And they have some good roaming as well for that early laning phase, but does that really matter? At least against the heroes the Dolphin Squad have picked up so far. Like, can Tusk roam on them? It feels like he's kind of sad trying to roam into either the safe lane or the off lane, given the heroes are going to be there for Dolphin Squad.
I don't know why they picked Tusk though.
For the snowball saves, dude.
But what are the likely chances that could have happened? I'm sorry, but I don't think it's a good thing.
And you can have the big, like, snowball shards blocking everyone in for the Winter's Curse. I don't know. I like Tusk. I feel like Tusk should be played more than he is. Maybe he's just trash, but I guess we'll see. The Necro ban out from Questionable 5. Once again, just getting rid of those really strong teamfight heroes. And maybe since they don't want to pick the Necro and they kind of want sort of extended team fights, they don't want to have to play against it. And Weaver ban out for Dolphin squad. I really like the Weaver ban. Like, Weaver can fuck with Wraith King without really getting punished for it. And, you know, he cares about Vengeful Spirit because the magic... And, oh, actually, no, he can dodge the magic missile as well. So he doesn't really care about the Vengeful Spirit as much as long as he saves his Shikuchi. So that hero would have been super frustrating to deal with on Dolphin squad's side. What about the Storm ban? What do you think Q5 are looking for, since they've gotten rid of the Necro and the Storm in this phase? So what does that leave for the mids that they're going to want to pick up?
That's still a Tiny. TA is also good in this pool.
TA. I haven't seen TA in a long time.
Just depending on the matchup, actually.
But Dolphin squad gonna start burning into their reserve time for this final ban. I feel like... Oh, never mind. They're just gonna go ahead and get rid of the Tinkers. So, man, that hero is so frustrating to play against. But I'm not gonna be there, especially with the Storm band. That totally makes sense. Like, Tinker has sort of a free reign around the map, unless you pick up a Clockwork. There's definitely room for a Clockwork on Dolphin squad's side, but maybe they don't really have someone who likes that player or likes that hero so much. What do you think Dolphin are going to go for here? It's going to be like a 4 position here, right? Maybe a 3. Oh, no, they have the 3. Maybe the 1, but probably not. Probably the 4, yeah.
What were we talking about?
Dolphin squad's next pick.
I was talking to someone else in the background. Sorry.
All right. Well, Dark Willow is the pickup for Dolphin squad, so they have a lot of control. They can slow it up with the Wraith King ult, swap people into Terrorized, use the Terrorize as a follow-up for the Wraith King, have the Brambles all around, swap people into it. Like, definitely a lot of synergy between the 3 heroes the Dolphin squad have picked up so far, especially since they have the bonus physical damage, or the minus armor rather from Vengeful Spirit, and the bonus physical damage from the Shadow Realm, and Wraith King with the crits just going to be tearing through people, it feels like. But Winter Wyvern and Tusk are... I mean, Winter Wyvern especially is good at dealing with all the physical. Tusk at least can, you know, save his friends, get some good shard blocks. And we have seen some good shard blocks at a questionable 5 before. Last time there was, Centaur was running away in bottom lane from a 4-man gank or something, and would have died if not for the shard block. I think BDD was playing Tusk that game. But the Centaur's picked up for questionable 5. Lots of... I mean, that hero is just ridiculous right now. He's got, what, like a 56% win rate across all brackets?
10 seconds to pick.
Where is he on here? Funny good. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, like 54 to 56% win rate across all brackets. So definitely a worthwhile hero to have just in general. And sort of works well, I feel like, with the draft that questionable 5 are putting together so far. Like, they're putting a lot into saving their 1 and 2 position, right? So probably gonna get some really high impact late game 1 and 2, you think?
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah, maybe like Spectre and... What's the mid gonna be like? They got rid of the Storm and the Necro, so... I don't think the Drow makes sense.
It's not a Spectre.
No, not
There's
a Spectre?
No way they would pick a Spectre.
They have so many ways to save their Spectre. They can Cold Embrace, they can Shards, or Snowball, or Stampede.
Yeah, but you gonna lose the lane so hard. Like, you're gonna go up against a Dark Willow Wraith King. And they have a Titan.
Alright.
They have so many ways to catch.
What about a Terrorblade then?
Just depend. If the Terrorblade play really, like... If his support, like, play really well around him, then, yeah,
10 seconds to pick.
it would be good.
So the tiny pickup from mid lane for Dolphin squad. Looks like they're saving their 1 position for their final pick. Tiny pretty... Oh, there it is. Nice. The Terrorblade is picked up for questionable 5. But Tiny for their mid lane. The toss combo, let's see. He's going to be able to toss people back to his supports if he's able to get the blink off, but I think maybe he's just going to go for the full toss avalanche in a lot of cases. Try to burst people before they get stampeded or saved.
I feel like the Lina might be pretty okay.
For Q5?
Yeah.
Does Lena give them enough in the mid game, like in terms of tower push, or is that not so relevant with the Terrorblade on the field already?
It's hard to say because the Raid King gonna get snowballed really hard if he get an early blink dagger.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
And-
that's true.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
If like the player have played that matchup, Lina against Tiny,
Mm-hmm.
then Lina can win that. If the Tiny doesn't know what he's
Our team are
doing.
now picking.
Interesting. Zeus is banned here. So Dolphin Squad potentially think it's a safe lane Wraith King or a safe lane Tiny? Or not Dolphin, or Questionable 5 potentially think that Dolphin Squad's next hero is going to be a mid. So they think it's a safe lane Wraith King or Tiny? Is there merit to that, or does that just not make sense given the meta? Maybe it makes more sense given the
Only 10
players. I mean,
seconds.
Q5 certainly have put more
5
more
seconds
time into looking at Dolphin Squad's previous games, I'm sure, since I have not done any of it yet. But they come down for their mid. I do like the Lina, but I feel like it isn't what Questionable 5 are drafting towards.
That's true.
I feel like maybe it's gonna be maybe a sniper. I mean, sniper's not amazing right now, but they have plenty of ways to keep him alive. Broodmother. No, there's no way they take a Broodmother.
It could be a Monkey King mid.
Monkey
not
King
that
versus
bad.
Tiny. Yeah, that could work. He's really vulnerable, I feel like, to any rotations, though. Pugna.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's little.
So it's 100% like 4 protect 1 style. Just keep that Terrorblade alive at all costs. But yeah, we're talking about not having necessarily enough push with the Lina. They pick up the Pugna, so there's definitely more than enough push at this point. Want to have that tier 1 down by like 6 minutes if you can, right? So
What a
10
Pugna
seconds
pick.
to pick.
yeah, it keeps it definitely keeps Dolphin Squad from picking any super high impact like int mids that have been favored if they are getting a mid next. I still think they're getting the Lina anyway. Interesting. So it's going to be a Lina up against a Pugna. I mean, I do feel like Lina wins this lane early, but then Pugna just counters Lina so hard in the mid game it doesn't matter.
Let's see who gonna get that first level 2, because that determines who win mid.
All right. I don't know what the positions are on Dolphin Squad, but it looks like, I mean, it's pretty clear for Questionable 5. They're going to have Terrorblade in the safe lane and the off lane Centaur with the mid Pugna. But yeah, so I will say BDD on Tusk last week did a fantastic job of using the snowball to save people. So I feel like he's probably going to be doing the same thing with the Cold Embrace this time around. But yeah, Lina versus Pugna mid. That'll be an interesting matchup to watch as we go ahead and get into the game, which should be right about now-ish. Maybe they took a little extra time. Isn't it like 30 seconds? Pretty sure it's like 30 seconds in between everybody picking and the game getting started. But as far as the overall draft, who do you think comes out ahead?
I got favorite Dolphin. I really like their draft.
The draft is definitely super meta, but the Terrorblade, like, it's hard to play against that hero a lot of times. Alright, so on Questionable 5 in the safe lane, we'll have Unundefined playing on the Terrorblade. For the roaming duo, we'll have Dude Monster and BDD playing on the Tusk and Winter Wyvern, respectively. Mid lane, Pink Tops will be picking up the Pugna, and in the off lane, 70 will be picking up that Centaur Warrunner. Meanwhile, for Dolphin Squad, Time Wizards going up top lane for the off lane for his team on that Tiny, supported by Double Sweat playing on the Vengeful Spirit. Mid Lena being picked up by Vez. Safe lane, we will have Pi and Cuba playing on the Wraith King, and Willow will be played by Kazi. Quasi? Kazuan? What do you think? How do I say this name?
I don't even know.
Alright, I'm
I
going to go
can't
with...
speak as well, so don't ask me on this.
Alright, I'm going to go with Quasi for now. Even though it's almost certainly wrong. We'll get confirmation after the game for sure. But, looks like neither team's really looking for... Oh, that was in Vision of the Century. Damn. That's unfortunate. Oh, I feel like maybe you save that, though, so you have the regen in lane, yeah?
Yeah, like I feel wait until the creep come and then you could have way more regen.
God, I really hope this match ends
So it does look like a standard 2-2 this game for the bounty runes. No one's really going to try to contest the other, but we're going to have a tri-lane up top protecting the Terrorblade. Haven't seen a tri-lane in a while. Like, that's not something that is done anymore, it feels like. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Oni gets credit for Elastic for that. It's actually so much gold that he gets for that. Like, what is it, 100? For this early in the game. But mid lane, Lena does get the superior block. I'm not even sure which one I want to watch at this point. So we do have the Arctic Burn picked up first, but since it's a tri-lane instead of a dual lane, is that still potentially lane losing, or is that what you want to do here?
It's better here because it's 3v2. There's no way. Like, I don't think they can even kill in this lane.
Questionable 5 or Dolphin Squad?
It's hard for the Dolphin Squad to kill. It's like, it's really hard.
Well, there's going to be the shards going out. Gonna not have a slow available for the time being. Magic Missile is used, followed up by an immediate TP. Avalanche used to keep people away, and the TP is sufficient to get Venge away there. Metamorphosis was used to try to go for that kill, so that's not available anymore. Meanwhile, mid lane, it's still pretty even in terms of CS. We do have just the Dragon Slave, no Light Strike Array coming out for Vez. Pink Top's not quite able to get that Nether Blast out. Trying to move forward and get it, but not quite there.
Damn, look at bot.
Look like bottom lane, there's going to be Cursed Crown after that. Only a 1 second stun out of Wraith King, but it's not going to matter. He's going to root up immediately afterward, and Kazi's going to get that last hit, it looks like.
Oh, I love the sound of money.
Just going to TP back home and say, I'm happy with that extra first blood gold. Going to finish up a wand, maybe some boots. Living life high as a support player.
I feel like in that situation, I would be a lot more greedy and just, you know, stand around, reach it up, and keep fighting.
I mean, he's still going to walk back out. Maybe giving the extra XP to his Wraith King is favorable too. There's going to be a snowball here forward on the Double Sweat. Shards are going to come out as well. Toss Dude Monster back, but it's not going to matter. Eventually, Dude is going to get that last hit onto Double Sweat. Takes 2 attempts in the top lane to get that kill, but they do get it. Regardless. And now it's going to be a try-on-try-up in top lane. Centaur staying in the bottom, but it looks like Willow is heading up top to try to make this a more even matchup. But it's not really hampering Terrorblade's farm. Like, Terrorblade's farm hasn't been hampered at all, regardless. He's still 14-6 here at 3 minutes. Second on the CS charts. And probably first on the net worth. Not quite first on the net worth, but...
This is really bad because Centaur is getting free farm. Like,
yeah, he's gonna have that Blink Dagger so quickly this game. Like, he can probably even skip the Ring of Health and just go straight Blink this game. Yeah. Oh man, just barely saving Courier there. There's a toss forward onto Terrorblade, followed by Magic Missile. Snowball comes through, hits onto 3. Undefined is held in place for a short, or not held in place, is saved for a short while by the snowball, but it's not enough to keep him from getting stunned up by the Cursed Crown. Now Dude Monster's the one who is vulnerable. Double Sweat does have another Magic Missile available. Shards, however, are going to block everybody away, and it looks like Dude Monster is probably going to survive off of that. Terrorblade TPing back in. Dude is just going to walk away and Regen up, maybe walking over to the shrine or just staying here and using some tangos. Gets tossed to Huntu once again, but doesn't care about it so much. Just gonna stay for a little while longer. Does look like Kazi is gonna go try to get this regen rune, and he will grab it before Pink Top's able to get there.
Illusion.
Man, 340 move speed on Pugna base, like without boots. That's so ridiculous. Like, I think he's the fastest hero in the game now that Enchantress got nerfed, right?
Yeah, he's up there. I'm pretty sure.
So here's Magic Missile coming out onto Undefined. Snowball comes in to save. There's going to be a shards. Not going to be a shards fall just yet. Looks like there it goes. The shards to hold him in place, and now Undefined has used that Metamorphosis, turning that around into a 2-for-0 in the top lane.
Look at
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Kazi has come in, used the Shadow Realm, gets stunned up here by the... Or Centaur gets stunned up by the Wraithfire Blast, and he does go down in exchange. I do feel like anytime there's an even trade, though, Questionable 5 come out ahead, right?
Yeah. That's true. Because they have a TP.
Well, like, just anytime... because Questionable 5 have sort of the inferior mid-game, right? So as long as they're able to... Alright, never mind, there's going to be a toss back with Magic Missile. That will be the end of the Terror Blade. But, if Questionable 5 make an even trade across the map, I feel like that still favors them because their mid-game is not quite as strong.
I don't know about the spell coming out of Venge. Yeah, I get why, because you're not doing a lot of right-click, but... No, you get a lot of spam, annoying spam out, so...
Back in top lane, looks like Dude and BDD are sitting here back out of vision, trying to bait someone into going on to Terrorblade here. Remains to be seen whether that's gonna actually pay out any dividends for them, but Kazi is coming up to try to make something happen here. There's a snowball actually forward onto Time Wizard, not even gonna wait, just gonna go ahead and move forward. Shards blocking him in place. There's the Bramble Maze, however, followed up by the Cursed Crown. Undefined is held in place for the now by the Cold Embrace. Not taking a whole lot of damage to it, but now he's going to. Wands up, probably is gonna be able to walk away at this point. No, there's a Magic Missile, a couple more right clicks. Not able to quite finish him off, has a whole bunch of armor. Double Sweat has to back away. So far, nobody has died on either side. However, now there's going to be another snowball here on a Double Sweat. Shards are available. Is waiting to cast those. Actually going to use the shards as well as the Stampede to get forward. Time Wizard might go down in exchange. Has a one charge. One more. BDD able to take him out. So BDD is going to get that Cold Embrace off as well. Now Kazi and Double Sweat have to back off. Kazi maybe wants to try to go for a Shadow Realm play here, but nah, he's just going to back away, it looks like. So 1-for-1 in the top lane. Stampede is forced out, but... I do believe Undefined. Yeah, Undefined didn't go down, and Time Wizard, actually the kill was gotten by BDD, so he's gonna have a full wand completed up here fairly shortly, I expect as well. Tranquils are done here for 70 at the same time. 7 minutes in, and able to get those Tranquils up. That's definitely something that wouldn't happen if Centaur was going solo against a dual lane, I think at this point. Smoke out from Dolphin squad, coming in onto mid lane just as Pink Tops comes back after having shrined up. They're gonna look for probably the Magic Missile initiation here.
Oh, Tusk knows.
Yep, I mean, they're not showing in top lane at all. Terrorblade's pushed it in, and Pink Tops is gonna go for the play here. There's gonna be the snowball forward. Gonna have the shards available as well, but now from the backside, there's gonna be a Magic Missile as well as a Cursed Crown, and immediately Devez uses the Laguna Blade. Doesn't even care about taking all the damage from the Pugna ward. Dude Monster might go down, evading a hit uphill. He is gonna be able to walk away for the time being, but he might get caught here on the backside. Actually, no, he's just gonna TP right off, so he does get out. But rotation turns into a bit of a disaster for Questionable 5 after not quite sussing out the rotation out of Dolphin squad supports.
I really think this ranking should have 1 point, and
Vampiric?
yeah. And he should just constantly push this lane and force people to rotate to him. But Tusk is coming though.
Yeah, they're gonna be looking for the Slay here, but Pie and Cuba is level 8. There's going to be the Stomp as well as the Double Edge, but it's only level 1 Double Edge with a level 3 Stomp. There is a Stampede available, but they probably don't want to use that. Not quite going to hit the shards. They're still going to go for it, but now there's a Magic Missile out. I don't know if this was quite the play they wanted to go for. Super aggressive. 70 going to get Wraithfire blasted as well. Pie and Cuba coming forward. Stomp goes through. At least they're going to... Whoa! He used too much mana. Oh, man. If he had switched to power or switched to int tries before throwing that, he would have been totally fine. Or used his one charges.
Good try.
Avalanche goes out, is going to miss, but the Cursed Crown is not. There is not yet a Sunder available. Immediately going to get stunned up as well by Devez with the Light Strike Array. Laguna Blade going to finish off the Terror Blade in the top lane. So 2 rotations, or rotation into bottom lane was not the worst for Questionable 5, but definitely losing their top lane in exchange. They're not going to be happy with that. They are going to get quite a bit of damage onto the mid-tier 1 for it, but not sure if that's entirely worth it. Looks like Arcanes are finished here for Pink Tops, however, so he's going to start moving around, grabbing some runes, it looks like. Shrine up here from Dolphin Squad. They want to fight here at the rune. 70 and Dude Monster are sitting over here. There's the Snowball. Wraithfire Blast goes out onto Centaur. He's held in place for the time being, or saved up for the Snowball for at least a little while. Now the Stomp comes through. Is going to hit onto 2. Pugna starts sucking people off, but Time Wizard walks forward, threatens the Avalanche, which he doesn't have actually. Now there's a toss available, not even required. Throwing out the tree with the Magic Missile, that's enough to take down BDD, or Dude rather this time. Quite a bit of action across the map. Who did get all the runes? Looks like 1, 2, 3 for Dolphin Squad, and only 1 for Questionable 5, so starting to get a little bit of a gold lead put up here. What is the total gold lead in actuality? Looks like it's almost 2,000 at this point in favor of Dolphin Squad. Looks like BDD wants to make a rotation happen over here. It does. However, it's pinged out. Who's blue? Oh, okay, it's pinged out because this horde sees it.
He should not. I guess he wants the tower. That's it.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're looking for.
But he's gonna pay for it hard though.
Yeah, BDD is gonna get held up here by the Brambles. There's a Shadow Realm coming out. Gonna try to hold him in place a little bit longer. Couple right clicks. There's gonna be the Wraithfire Blast as well, followed up by the Laguna Blade. Not even afraid to use that on a support. Just cast it off cooldown, and Devez is gonna be able to pick up another kill for himself. Very close. Actually, it looks like Kazi got it, but very close to having this Yule Scepter. About 1,000 gold away, it looks like. And now in exchange for the mid-tier 1, Dolphin Squad able to take it of their own. There's a Snowball forward, as well as a Shard. Shard's going to keep the rest of Dolphin Squad away while they try to get onto this Wraith King, but Wraith King here is going to get his ult off. Is not going to go out of mana this time. It's definitely a long cooldown you don't want to have to burn, but in exchange for the tier 1, it's probably okay. Especially the mid-tier 1. Does look like Undefined is starting to get his items up as well, however. He's about 1,000 gold away from his Dragon Lance. And still quite a ways away from the Blink Dagger for Time Wizard.
They should not be in this top lane. They should just go bot right now.
Who, Dolphin Squad or Questionable 5?
Questionable 5.
Go
It's
bot
a
and take the
dead
tower?
lane. Yeah. You gain so much control out of that. Like, you can rotate. You can leave the Winter up here defend by himself because he's just a support.
Now there's gonna be a Snowball here forward. When Wyvern gets the slow off, shards are used, but it's not quite the perfect shards yet. Did think he was gonna be able to go walk a little bit faster. Time Wizard is gonna end up going down. Terrorize comes out onto 3. Bramble's gonna hold on to Winter Wyvern for the time being. Cursor Crown is used as well. Cold Embrace, however, is used before Shadow Realm finishes off. Doesn't matter though. Devez is able to finish him off with a Dragon Slave. There was a Magic Missile here on the backside, but it looks like that was inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. So 1 for 1, but the offlane is filling in favor. Definitely that fight was in favor of Questionable 5, I would say.
Alright, this is their time. Kill this Wraith King.
Wraith King just got his Blink Dagger, or he's 20 gold away. If they kill the Wraith King right now before he buys his Blink, like that's actually huge. Oh man, missing on that on that shards means they're gonna have to force him further through, and they are able to get him with the Snowball coming forward. However, there's maybe a bit of a return. However, BDD's in here. He has the Winter's Curse coming out. Getting a little bit of that Splinter Blast off on a double sweat, slowing him down as well with the Cold Burn, or Arctic Burn. One charge use, keep him alive for the time being. However, the Snowball is going to be available. Coming through, no mana for an Ice Shard. Doesn't matter though, Pink Tops is going to finally be able to finish him off with that Nether Blast. So 2 for 0, and they're able to get Wraith King before he gets his... Nah, Wraith King did buy his Blink Dagger, just not from the side chop. So, Blink is finished up here for Pi and Cuba. Is going to lose this tier 1, but tier 1 and top lane goes down at the same time, and it looks like Drum actually is going to be the item out for Time Wizard rather than Blink immediately, since he does have the extra Blink initiation from Pi and Cuba. Yule's finished up here for Vez as well, so this is a huge timing window for them to go ahead and move forward, it looks like. Is there a smoke here? Looks like a smoke play, but I don't see one on any of the heroes yet, so... At the same time, Undefined has been left pretty much unchecked in this jungle. Has been able to get his Dragonlance up and 600 gold towards whatever else he wants to get. I do believe the smoke is coming out now. Nope, no smoke. What do you think Questionable 5 are working on right here? What are they look? Oh, they do have a smoke. Okay, never mind.
Can you pop this Great King one more time, boys? Great King is out of position.
Oh yeah, and he just blink
Oh,
forward, so that's actually probably going to be a death if they
He's
find
dead.
him.
He's actually dead. Like,
Alright, they know, they see, they throw it on the ward, blink forward by 70, and that's going to be 1 kill immediately. They got to go for another one, though. He blinks out from his ult, and is going to be totally okay. Like, just burns the ult. Again, not ideal, but they are now able to get the second kill off of it. Plenty of ward vision coming down, however, so there's a lot of map denial happening at the same time. DS looks like is very close to his drums, and Vay's working towards the Shadow Blade, but once those drums are finished, it looks like maybe there's another smoke. Yeah, smoking out from Dolphin squad in return. Ah, man, that feels bad. So there's going to be a markup into the jungle. They want to get this Terror Blade. They do see this is the real one. Smoke is popped. There's going to be the Yules. This is absolutely going to be a kill onto the Terror Blade. Even going to burn the Laguna Blade. However, at least Dark Willow goes down in return. Cold Embrace, or rather, Winter's Curse is used there. Not what you're really looking for, but at least a little bit of return from that 5-man smoke gank.
I feel like they either the Terror Blade should not farm there. He should farm the bottom part of the map because his whole team was bot. They have no vision top. And they had like good vision in this part area.
So it looks like Wraith King here is going for a really, really greedy build. Gonna go for the Radiance immediately after Blink. Do you think that's viable, or is that gonna maybe throw away some of the lead that they've built up? Actually, they haven't even built up a lead. The gold lead is still in favor of Questionable 5.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Bottom
I
tower
mean-
going.
I really don't like. It's good against the Terror Blade, but I just don't like going Radiance as second item. Right in this game, I would just go Blameo and just constantly fight them.
Man, there's a lot of wards available for Dolphin Squad right now. They have... Oh, I thought I saw 2 in Venge's inventory. Maybe she moved him over to... Or maybe I'm just blinded and actually see it. But they do have 3 wards they want to try to get up. What do we have over here? How close is he? I mean, it's still quite a ways before he gets the Radiance. Maybe he'll change his mind. I mean, maybe it'll work out for him. Oh, BDD cancelled? Does not want to defend bottom, it looks like. Wants to try to kill the Wraith King instead. Nah, Centaur's TPing out there. Vez taking a little bit of damage to the Nether Ward. Time Wizard getting sucked off just a tad. 70 using that ult to come in, gets a 2-man stomp. Is going to get also the double edge here off on Eventual Spirit. Snowball comes in, stuns onto 2, shards are used onto the Vez. There's the Laguna Blade out into Centaur. Centaur is going to be the first one to go down in this fight. Dude Monster probably going to go down as well. One more right click is going to take him out. Vez, it gets a double kill there for that rotation. And now it's just going to go TP to mid and farm that. Oh, maybe the boys are going to get it first.
Terror Blade is not getting contested anyway.
Yeah, he did get smoke ganked in the jungle once, but for the most part, he's been totally okay.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
There was that illusion onto Pi and Cuba, so that he has to get away. Terrible illusions do so much damage. Like, it's actually so ridiculous. Like, that illusion is doing 120 damage per hit. Yeah? I mean, I'm not doing the math wrong there, right? Like, it's 60% damage, and he has 147. Actually, he has 100... Yeah, I had 153 or whatever before. It's like 160. 60% of that's going to be 2/3, which is like... yeah, 110. Closer to from an illusion. Like, that just feels so bad as someone who's getting hit by it.
When last we left our heroes,
hero.
What's going on here? All right, looks like everyone's okay. Is there a smoke coming out? There's some dust. No, no smoke. Bottom lane is going to get pushed in, it looks like, at least a little bit by BDD and Pink Tops, but there's not an objective here, so I'm not sure what they're looking for. Just trying to get the lanes pushed out so they have a little bit more room, I guess.
Winter should just push button. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Yep, good job, Winter.
Yep. Undefined does have his Yasha finished. Looks like he's going to go for that Manta style as his first major item. And I feel like, you know, that's exactly what you want. Like, there's so many spells that are dodgeable with the Manta style in this game, and there's not really anything that you'd want to get a, you know, super early BKB for, right? So maybe the Lina, maybe like you don't want to get stunned up by the dragon or by light strike array.
Once this Ray can get radiance, he's not gonna do anything. Like, I don't see any way this radiance help him. He's just gonna get kited pretty hard.
Looks like there's going to be a 5 versus 5 engagement here. There's going to be the blink forward as well as the Wraith Fire Blast. Immediately have a snowball come out. The Cold Embrace is used. Going to save BDD for the time being. Also gets Glimmer Cape, so he is totally fine. Time Wizard, though, taking a lot of damage. Undefined just chunking him down with that Metamorphosis. Pi and Cuba does die once. Is not going to die twice. Terrorize comes out. Looks like Pink Tops is able to finish off Time Wizard in the backside. I didn't see where Lina died. Looks like maybe it was up here. Tried to use her spells and died to another one. Is that what happened?
I didn't see. I'm blind.
Alright, well, when I looked at her, Dragon Sleeve and Lightstrike Array were on cooldown, but Laguna Blade was not. So I assume she cast her spells, tried to Laguna Blade, and then just died to another ward.
Look at that. Look at bot lane. Just because Winter Wyvern keep pushing it out. Look, they had to rotate
Radiant's
2
top
hero,
tower is under
and now
siege.
they get a free tower. Ease game, boys.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, Sunder wasn't even used in that last fight. So that's still available if they want to continue going for it. Looks like,
And
yeah,
now they
Winter's
don't get
Curse
the
is still
tier 2.
available. And Stampede's coming off cooldown as well. Pi and Cuba does not have his ult right now. He's got to be super careful. He's going to get Etherealed up as well as the Life Suck coming out. Oh man, looks like there was an attempt at a Blink Stomp, but took a little bit of damage. Probably just walked into the brambles.
Maybe no one attacked Dire's tower for a few
This
seconds.
late Blade Mail bot purchase. This really hurts.
Who's Blade Mail?
Raping. He's like, it's not going well.
Oh
His
yeah.
team probably yelling at him like, don't get radiance.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
And he's like, fine, I'll get Blade Mail instead.
So I mean, the Blade Mail I feel like definitely is better than the Radiance here. What do you think he goes next though?
Just depending on how greedy he wants. The type of player.
I mean, years and years ago, the build was what, like, double Battle Fury?
I still go Dagger in the situation because, you know,
Did
I
you
like
say
messing
Dagger
around.
or Dagon?
they gun.
Oh boy. That,
I like messing around a lot, so, you know.
I definitely would not be getting the Dagon. Especially since, like, you don't even have the mana pool for it. And you won't get your ult off. I guess you will now because you have the no reincarnation, but still though. Dagon.
Yeah, like, it's not bad, but
Yule's
It's
out
just
here.
for jokes.
Yep, Yule's out here onto Centaur. All the spells used by Lena, but it's not going to be enough to kill him off. However, Winter Wyvern gets tossed up and held in place long enough that he's just going to die immediately. There's the Dagon, though, brought in by Pugna with the Ethereal. Time Wizard may die. Terrorize, fortunate, or unfortunate, does not hit onto anybody. Time Wizard going to try to get off an avalanche there, but he is going to end up going down. So 1 for 1 so far in this bottom lane. What was an attempted gank by Vez, not really going out. 70 has so much HP. Vez used all of his spells and the Yules on 70 and did not even bring him down to half HP.
I should never doubt this guy. This Tusk, he proved me wrong.
He's getting the snowball saves and the shards.
No, he's get the shard block. Pretty good.
I think Tusk is a lot better hero than he gets credit for in pubs right now. What? And that... I've never heard that taunt before, but apparently it's a thing.
It's Fortnite.
I see.
All the young kids.
This pause is a little... Questionable 5 dude is over here. Pi and Cuba doesn't have his blink for 10 seconds. Just gonna walk away, it looks like.
Let me get some credit. Winter is doing okay this game. She's not bad.
Yeah, BDD definitely, especially with the word game, like getting rid of a lot of the vision out of Dolphin squad so far.
Yeah. These wards, they can't find them.
Yeah, I feel like you should have found this one, but yeah, definitely the word game right now for Questionable 5 is a step above over Dolphin squad. But both teams look like they're grouping up. Is there another smoke? Yes, there is. So Questionable 5, they're going to go for a smoke play here, it looks like. Probably trying to get onto Time Wizard or Quasi. Who's going to be their primary target? Do they want Time Wizard? They're going up the hill instead. They want to go deep into the enemy jungle here with this.
I feel like getting the Lena is good because she got BKB.
Oh no, the stomp reveal with the smoke, and it was just a hair too late. That smoke was spotted out, by the way, over here by this this ward, so Dolphin squad knew exactly what was up. I think maybe Questionable 5 could have gotten the kill for free on Time Wizard and got a little greedy. Or do you think he was too far back already?
He was out. He's gone. Unless he the Centaur years soul, that would be committing a lot, but you know. They're baiting, boys.
Yeah, Pi and Cuba is looking for an opportunity to blink in, it looks like. Roshan will be down
No.
shortly. BDD sitting
This
up on the high
Winter.
grounds.
He's ready to get the.
Yeah, he's gonna get stunned up. There's the magic missile. He immediately gets the Winter's Curse, however. But he's not even gonna die. The Cold Embrace is enough to keep him alive. Roshan goes down. Undefined takes the Aegis. Terrorize out onto 2. Bramble Maze is gonna hold Undefined here for the time being. Now the Sentinel is committed. Winter Wyvern is gonna end up going down. Looks like he was free pathing through that Sentinel. No, actually, it was just his cold or his Arctic burn. So far, that's the only here this side on either side. Time Wizard has a Shadow Blade, is looking for this kill onto Pink Tops. Is going to get the Avalanche Toss, and that will be the end of Pink Tops. Meanwhile, over up here, there's another fight happening. So far, no one's side in this secondary fight, but there's the Shard Block. Double Sweat is going to go down. No, he Force Staffs away, but there's going to be the Snowball. Doesn't take him down on the low ground, though. Dude Monster here gets Straight Fire Blasted, and he is going to be dead to rights at this point.
That was so big.
Yeah, off the Aegis, Dolphin Squad able to take 3 for 1. Or 4? Oh, no, they killed the Aegis too. I didn't see that. That must have happened up here in the secondary fight. I guess that was the primary
Lotus.
fight.
What do you think about the Lotus pickup?
Who's getting it?
Wraith King.
Wait, Wraith King.
He's a team player.
Interesting. It gives him armor. He's taking a lot of... Oh, he just wants to not get sundered. There's the blink forward with the stomp, as well as the ethereal and the life suck out onto Die in Cuba, and he's gonna end up going down. Actually dies entirely, did not have reincarnation back up. Stampede is committed, Double Sweat's gonna die as well. Yules is used up onto 7 to keep him back for the time being. Now, maybe here up on the side, DS are gonna get chased down. Questionable 5 are looking for this opportunity, and now Quasi will be spotted. Blink Dagger's not available for 8 seconds, however. Gonna give himself a little bit of space with these brambles. 70 is moving around. 2 seconds till he has it. Undefined coming in. Does not have the reflection, or does have the reflection, but it's not quite in range just yet. Now there's gonna be here the movement. Dude Monster comes in with the Shadow Blade, but he's gonna get Avalanche tossed up. Doesn't really matter though. He immediately snowballs. There's gonna be another 2-man stomp. Undefined is gonna use that reflection now. Has now committed the Metamorphosis, but everyone gets feared away.
Oh,
BKB is used by Vez though.
Blinking.
A whole lot of commitment from both teams for not a whole lot actually happening, and now everyone on DS is alive, which means there's not going to be any objective able to come out. However, Pi and Cuba might be the next hero up. There's going to be a blink forward as well as a snowball. Shards are used to hold him in place. Blade Mail comes out. Metamorphosis is going to be used. Now Pink Top's going to suck off Pi and Cuba. He's going to go down once. Is he going to go down twice? Blink forward, does miss the timing on that, and blink out there by Pi and Cuba. He's going to end up being totally fine. Is the Stampede going to come out? Nope, Stampede is not going to be available. However, BKB now is used by Undefined. Pink Tops gets the Dagon kill out on Tiny here on the backside. Metamorphosis is killing off everybody, as well as the Winter's Curse, almost killing off Vase there. Dude Monster looking for a Walrus Punch, is going to get it, but maybe not on the hero that he wanted. Wraithfire Blast, as well as Magic Missile thrown out in return, and just barely with an uphill miss, Double Weave is going to, or not Double Weave, but Double Sweat is going to be able to get out alive for that. 2 for 1 in favor of Questionable 5, as well as getting the tower. Now Pi and Cuba, maybe they go in on him here. He's blocked up by the shards. Snowball is used, blink away immediately by Dude Monster. Pink Tops is going to suck him off for quite a while, but not going to be quite enough to make that happen. Lotus, did Lotus stop the suck?
No, Lotus got rid of the slow. So
that's
okay.
Why he left. Got it. It looked a little weird because it looked like the suck stopped for just a moment but then started again. So I thought maybe he had targeted it again, but that definitely is not what happened given the cooldown. But just barely able to survive there for Pi and Cuba, largely due to the Lotus, it looks like.
Oh.
Pugna does get pulled out with an Avalanche toss out of Shadow Blade from Time Wizard here at the bottom rune. And that's going to be one extra bounty going his way.
I'm reconsidering. Questionable 5 got 3 runes. I think they won.
I mean, it definitely feels like they're ahead right now. Undefined has that BKB already up, as well as the Manta and Dragonlance from before. Has, you know, at least half of a Scotty if you were to buy it out, though it probably is going to say buyback, it looks like. And Pi and Cuba, he's got some items, but they're very utility focused, right? So where's the damage on Dolphin Squad's team right now? Like, the damage has to come out from Time Wizard, but Time Wizard is the off lane and only really has damage on one hero at a time, right? He'll do the Shadow Blade Avalanche toss, but then he has to run away.
They don't have damage.
Their damage, like, Vez is supposed to be their damage here for the mid game, but it looks like he's going MKB. So and he went BKB as well. So, like, he's doing a lot of physical damage, but with the Cold Embrace and the Snowball save and all the armor that Undefined has, like, it just doesn't feel like Dolphin Squad have the tools right now to kill Questionable 5 as a team. Maybe if they get a pick off, which might be happening here. 70 walking up the hill. Not going to go onto him yet, it looks like. Everyone is spotted out by this ward over here.
I don't see how they can't defend high ground. Like,
yeah, I'm a little curious. It looks like Lena was going for a Veil at one point, but then has switched to the MKB, but not going to finish the Veil, even though the Veil here would only be like 900 gold to finish. I feel like it would do so much for them. Because, like, they're really reliant on magical damage right now. They have the Bedlam, they have the Avalanche Toss, they have everything that Lena does. Oh, man. The smoke getting spotted out there by the scan. Did they smoke under this ward again? And they got spotted by that? There's going to be the Winter's Curse out solo on Eventual Spirit, as well as the Snowball and the Shards. However, he's forced out to wait. Ethereal and Dagoned up is maybe going to... There he goes. There he goes down. 70 actually gets that due to a right click, it looks like, on return. Top lane is going to be the objective to defend here. Are there any? There's a sentry, so the sentry does go down. Blink forward as well as the stomp and the stampede committed. Time Wizard is trying to run away here with the Shadow Blade. BDD does have another sentry to put down, but yeah, he is going to be able to get it. Trying to get onto Time Wizard. Is there a stomp? No, there's no stomp. The cooldown was not available even if they were able to find him, so that is going to be a free TP away from both heroes of Dolphin Squad. That felt like a really sloppy engagement. Like TPing back to defend that tier 2. I feel like maybe your answer to that is to push the tier 3, right? Because you're already in mid, you've taken down Vengeful Spirit, it's 5v4 if you just go.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Or I would have just letting the Winter TP back on one of those two choices.
Yeah, you didn't have the Winter's Curse anymore, so... I mean, Wyvern has a lot of utility potential with Cold Embrace, but the Winter's Curse is really what he's there for in the team fights, it feels like. But yeah, how much damage? This is like 120. So yeah, it's like a Crypt Swarm at level 4 for Wave of Terror.
This Venge got go huge, right?
Well, it looks like he's getting a Vlad's. And that definitely will give them sort of the aura armor that they need and the HP regen if they're able to hit people, but they're going to get etherealed up, so maybe? Give some aura HP regen as well, right?
They don't do anything with right click. I don't know why.
Lena's going right click. Tiny is going to be going right click. Looks like he's getting a BKB and has the Echo Saber finished. There's a blink forward. Winter's Curse is used, but it's not going to actually have any impact in terms of death yet. Q5 tanking up all of the spells right now, uses the Stampede to get away, and so far Lena's the only one to go down, does have the buyback. Undefined uses the BKB, trying to get out here, is able to take off with a one more versus right click onto the Willow. Now he's going to get Yuled up, however, oh man, Lena not able to hit anybody, gets etherealed up by Pink Top, so that does save Undefined for the time being. Scotty is finished, but there is no Aegis here, so I gotta be really careful with this. Die back from Lena, and a kill onto, and a buyback here onto Tiny. 70 almost dying there, is going to get Cold Embrace in order to keep him alive for the time being. Everyone on... There's the Wraith King, first death. Blink forward by 70, though, to get the stomp on a Time Wizard. However, there's a blink forward here by Pi and Q, but he's going to try to kill off BDD before he goes down a second time, and he's going to be okay until he dies. That Lotus did make it so it was really hard for anybody to continue hitting him with the Ethereal, but is eventually going to go down. Has another buyback over and is used, but he walks in, he's going to die immediately, gets stunned up by the Centaur with the Blink Stomp. That's going to be a tower. 2 diebacks so far on the side of Dolphin Squad. And Questionable 5, they're just going to keep hitting this melee barracks with Undefined Illusions. He is going to get Cursed Crowned. He has to back away for a short while at least, and now there's going to be the Shadow Realm blink forward. Not quite going to hit on the stomp. Time Wizard tossing 70 back for the time being, but now Time Wizard is going to TP out immediately. Doom Monster, however, stopping that with the Snowball. Now Time Wizard is going to have a die back here. Vengeful died as well on the backside over here, and Brambles comes out. Can hold people in place for the time being, but it's not going to be enough. 3 diebacks from Dolphin Squad at this point.
It's not over.
It's not over,
Don't
but
give up.
Undefined has 10k gold over the Lena right now. Like, he has half of his entire team's gold lead. And GG is called. So yeah, Terrorblade did manage to pull it out here in the end, and his team did so much keeping him and everybody else alive. Like, Questionable 5 just were in and out constantly. Played the fights really, really well. And we're on top of the division game.
I feel like the Wraith King would have messed up. He should have instead of saving for that Radiance, he could get early Blade Mail and start pushing and win the game. But that's alright. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time, and there will be a next time as we go ahead and pop out and get in the lobby for the succeeding game.
Isn't there a 15-minute break between?
There might be a break, there might not be, but we'll have to find out. I have been KnifeFan. You can watch in clients on the Premier Amateur Dota 2 League ticket or at twitch.tv/KnifeFan. Joined tonight by KL at twitch.tv/KLDota. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Do not sponsor.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Don't shout me out.
And we will see you again shortly.